Blogger Roundup. It's myOrganized.life live March 8th, 2019. Another Friday.
Your favorite day of the week.
My favorite day. Not because of my favorite show, but because
it's Friday.
It's Friday, and you know what I'm talking about out there, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, so great. It's been this week. I know this sounds trivial and trite, but it's gone by so fast.
It has. It has.
I don't know what happened. It literally went by like that.
I know. Yep.
But that's good. So
been a busy week here.
Anyway,
which is good.
Didn't tell you this, but in the current issue of Ad Age magazine, it's an advertising magazine, we get a little write-up in there, and I got quoted in that. Huh?
What? Like Smeed?
Yeah, about our podcast, our branded podcast, which is now in its 6th season, 250th show.
I know. What? So what did you quote? What did you say?
I don't know. I just said something smart. I can't even remember. You know
That's
how I am. I
guess.
Whatever comes to my mind.
Right. People always ask me if this show is scripted, and they're shocked to find out that it's not.
Well, if it was scripted, it would sound like this. We don't want that.
Coming up next week.
And scripted is way too much work, right?
Oh my gosh.
This
Imagine
show
if we
is
had to
about
write a
having
script.
fun. I know. Oh gosh.
We wouldn't even do the
add
show.
hours to this.
We would not do the show.
We wouldn't.
I wouldn't write a script every day.
We would protest. That's like when we do the podcast too. You know, we interview professional organizers. They go, "Well,
do we need a script?
Yeah. Do you get a script, or how about what questions are you going to ask?"
They get so worried when I email them because I set it up.
I say I have no idea what questions. They literally come to me about 2 seconds before I ask them.
I know.
And sometimes we go down rabbit trails like we are right now.
All right.
So
anyway,
this
is myOrganized.life.
Yes,
live.
I'm John Hunt,
and I'm Leanne Thompson.
This is the show where we don't even know what we're talking about half the time. But we try to give you organizing tips, advice, and on Fridays, because it's Friday.
It's your favorite show.
It is definitely my favorite show.
And mine.
And yours is Blogger Roundup. We feature the best blogs that you can find.
Yes, exactly.
During the week. If you're really busy like this week, you
found it this morning.
You found it this morning. Okay, well,
Hey, whatever.
Honest,
it works,
right?
yes. And we've got 3 good ones, and
They're
one
good,
we haven't featured in a while.
Yes. So who's going to... You're going to
start us off? Yes. Let's put up the slide.
Okay.
Linda Samuels.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, so organized, but her blog is called The Other Side of Organized. Yes. 3 awesome next steps for successful spring organizing.
Yes.
That is a mouthful.
It is. And you know what's great is spring is almost here because,
Well, officially on the calendar. Outside, no.
And
I'm not joking. Those snow piles outside.
They're getting big.
They're not going to be gone until June. Let's have a bet.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
have a bet.
I don't know.
Which snow pile though? We have to go by one that we both can see.
Yeah. Boy, that's a hard one because I think it's going to be.
We could probably go to like the Walmart parking lot down here. I'd say June 10th is the last when the last little bit will be melted.
Have you noticed like on the corner of like in our neighborhood? So there's there's a one road that goes this way at T's, all right? And
yeah,
these T's,
I remember your house.
The plows have to the only place they can do it is put it right up here. Literally on this T in the road. It's got to be 14 or 15 feet high. In fact, I was thinking I should just snap a picture of me and say, "Hey, Minnesota, here we are, Instagram."
Well, I think I told you this. We live in a cul-de-sac, and we're at the very top. They pile, for some reason in our city, they pile the snow in the middle of the cul-de-sac. So the kids are sledding down the hill, and I back out of the driveway, and the mound of snow is just gradually just getting wider and wider. I barely have room to back out of my driveway.
I know.
Drew's like, try not to hit the snow pile.
It's like, well, yeah,
try not to.
Then our neighbors, they park across. So then you're not only fishing out, because we've got 4 cars in the driveway, and then we're trying to get out, and then, I've got to back out this way because the neighbor parked on the street, and it's like, okay. But what does that have to do with spring
we're talking
organizing?
about Linda's article here, and we're
yes, Linda.
talking about our snow piles. Anyway, so awesome next steps for successful spring organizing. She was actually talking on WNYC's
that's right.
Olivet show.
That's public radio in New York.
Yeah, she's been a guest on there a couple times now. She's getting pretty popular.
Do you realize that, because I used to be in radio, that radio station's public radio, but in New York, it's got millions of listeners.
Well, it's not surprising
that
they love her.
It's almost as big as this show.
Almost, not quite.
But yeah, they're really good. If you get a chance, and that WNYC radio's got the podcasts on there, or the replays.
And you can listen to Linda talk about what we're going to talk about here.
Yes, okay.
So basically, she's talking about the next steps when you're coming up on spring organizing and cleaning. You want to be successful, but some people come up to roadblocks, and The first question is, how do I choose my next step when I'm feeling overwhelmed by the number of projects I want to tackle in the spring?
Yes.
So there's a lot of choices. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, and then overwhelmed can cause inaction, which we know.
Right.
Like sometimes I get overwhelmed with the show calendar and I just don't want to do it because it's so much work.
Well, or you have the spring cleaning list where, okay, it's the first nice weekend of spring.
I'm not going to spend this
and then,
spring cleaning.
We've got like 25 days worth of work to get done in the next 2.
And then it's summer and whatever. Okay, so she said instead of focusing on all the projects you want to do, select just one for now. Okay. There's no wrong choice, but pick one that will yield the most significant positive result for you.
Okay. That's fair. That's good. I like that one.
Number 2, how do I figure out my next step when I don't know what I want to organize this spring, but I have an idea?
You have an idea, right? You kind of have
an idea. No, I read that wrong.
Okay.
How do I figure out my next step when I know what I want to organize, but I have no idea on how to get it done?
This is why we don't have scripts.
Yes.
Neither of us can read.
I can't read. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So basically, it's ask for help.
Yeah.
So, a family member, a friend, a professional organizer.
That's interesting. My wife asks me for help every weekend to get things done.
Well, and in the mornings.
Do you think you could do this? Hey, do you think you could do this?
Yep.
Hey, do you think you could do it? Yeah, okay.
So don't go at it alone because, then you're just, you're not going to be able to get it done. Right. But if you ask for help.
Yeah, there's synergy. That helps. That helps. It really does.
Yep. Okay. What next step ideas do you have for letting go of the things that I'm emotionally attached to? So she did a whole thing on letting go before, but letting go can be challenging, but it also can be freeing. It is important to ask yourself why you want to let it go. Are you overwhelmed by it, or are they becoming a burden?
Yes.
They're taking up your space.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Once, if it's worth deciding which items are adding value and which ones are not, once you do this and you determine that, then you can feel free to let go.
Right.
And giving them to somebody that will use them or donating them, that'll make you feel a lot better than just throwing that beloved, antique vase in the garbage.
Right. And if you want, you can go over to smead.com/podcast, search for Letting Go, and we did a whole podcast. I think we had 2 episodes with her on that one.
Yeah, and it was about her childhood home.
Yeah. That was a great one.
Anyway.
Let's put the slide up. How can they find this?
Yes. Go to ohsoorganized.com. Her blog is theothersideoforganized.com. 3 awesome next steps for successful spring organizing.
All right. Next up, Deb Lee, or DAllisonLee.com is the website. 80% of resolutions always fail, but you can fix that.
Ooh.
Okay. Did you make any New Year's resolutions this year?
I did not. I never do.
I'm going to go to the middle. It says 80% of resolutions fail by Valentine's Day.
Okay.
But there are things you can do right now to refocus and achieve your goals.
All right.
Let's find out what those are from
Let's hear them. I'm all ears.
Deb Lee. Okay. So you can do things like, first of all, we should talk about, I had my papers out of order here, why resolutions fail. And they fail because change is hard.
Change is very hard.
Yeah, and they fail because we're usually not thinking them out well. So we're, like the resolutions are either too broad. Or there's no success plan or map, or they're often unrealistic. So
I want to lose
200 pounds or something. Yeah, okay, that's unrealistic.
That's unrealistic.
Use 20 pounds, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could think about that. But so she talks about some things that we've talked about on some of our other podcasts too. There are the clear action plans and the smart action plans, like the SMART goals.
I don't remember this clear. What clear stands
for? This can be a game changer for teens, she says. And clear goals are C, collaborative, L, limited, E, emotional, A, appreciable, and R, refinable.
Okay.
So, collaborative, team members can work together. Limited, so again, being more defined in both size and scope.
Nice.
Emotional, you connect to the passion of those on the team and the kind of the energy that's going, kind of like find someone to help.
Yep.
Appreciable, broken down into smaller and more manageable steps. We've always heard that about goal setting, is that you've got to get them down to the little bite sizes.
Yep.
And refinable, clear, but flexible based on changing scenarios, because sometimes things change and you've got to be a little flexible. So those are the clear methods, or clear goals. Smart methods, we have a whole podcast or 2 or 3 on this one.
At least,
this. Your goals are specific. That means they're clear and simple. They're measurable, which means the results can be tracked.
it.
They are attainable, which are realistic and achievable, and they're relevant, they're meaningful and connected to your vision or whatever you really want to achieve, and they're time bound, which means they're kind of have a designated starting time and an ending time.
So I want to lose 20 pounds by May.
Right. So that makes it much more. So the clear and the SMART methods, those are good.
Okay.
And be realistic. Instead of making large, lofty resolutions, focus on specific goals.
Okay.
For example, getting rid of paper clutter might sound kind of a bit daunting, but set a goal maybe to reduce the paper influx in one room.
Okay.
So you kind of make it definable.
That's good.
And then she talks about creating a success map.
Oh, what does that look like?
Well, she says, take a minute to map out the steps you need to take in order to achieve your goal.
Okay.
And so here are the decisions that need to be made. For example, in our paper example, what will you do with the incoming paper? Where will they live until you sift through, sort, digitize, and organize them?
Okay.
Will you apply this process to older documents or just new ones? And when and how much time will you need to work on organizing your documents? So I think it's kind of almost like, how do you put a project management plan in place for this? So, and enlist some tech help.
Of course, it wouldn't be Deb without tech.
That's right. So she's got a whole. I'm not going to get into all of them because you're just going to have to go over and check this out.
This is a long.
Yeah, but it's good.
Log.
It's thorough. So you can, if you're going to do the paper decluttering, you're probably going to need a scanner and maybe a shredder. But there's apps like that can scan on your phone. You've got things like Evernote. If you want to use tech for maybe doing better meetings, you can do your favorite, the Pomodoro timer. And they have
That's my favorite since when?
I don't know, because it gets mentioned in a lot
I've just seen it a bunch of times at the NAPO shows.
Evernote again, there's things to help you organize social media. She's got all kinds of great app ideas here. So why don't we put up the slide? Cool. Deb Lee, DAllisonLee.com. 80% of resolutions always fail, but you can fix that. Okay. Our final one.
Professional-organizer.com. Our friend Ellen DeLapp. 19 ways to be more organized in 15 minutes.
Okay, now the 19, does that associate with like 2019 or? That's actually less than.
That is a great question. I
know.
have no
we'll
idea.
Have to ask Ellen if you're watching. Put it in the. But
I just talked to her this morning.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Okay, great. Well, that makes each of those ideas less than a minute. If you have 15 minutes.
it's.
Or is it 15 minutes per each one?
It's kind of a little bit of both.
All right.
So you'll have to go and read it. There's a lot to this, just like in.
Let's just do a few of them, I think, because I think we rambled on pretty much early in the beginning of the show.
No,
so
we never do that.
We might run out of digital tape.
We're live. We can't do that.
That's true. Okay.
All right. Busy schedules require small increments just to make a difference in your life.
Okay.
Start with yourself and getting your own stuff together. So. Gather your favorite clothes and put them at the front of your closet. That way you're not sifting through your closet to find your favorites in the morning. Use small bags and Ziploc bags to gather like items in your purse or man bag.
Ooh.
Do you have a man bag?
I don't.
Maybe you should get one.
I used to have one of those fanny packs when they were big. Like
big or popular?
30 years ago. I don't know.
Let's see. Use an online app to purchase your groceries. Maybe set a reminder on your phone and do this Saturday morning for delivery later in the day, or if you have to do the.
Costco has an app because that's where we get.
Do you guys get your stuff delivered from there? Do they deliver?
I don't know.
Do you do the curbside pickup?
No. Part of when you like going to a place like Costco, it's the experience of going in. And you want to go there when they're sampling like the salmon and all the other things. So it's more than just
it's about the experience. Yeah, you're right. Okay, and then move on to your family and your home. So we've heard this before, and I actually do use this personally. Place a donation bag for easy access for drop items that you are no longer using. We have one right in our closet. It's a copy paper box. And if I looked at it like 5 times and I'm not going to wear it, I just throw it in the box. Then it's out of there.
Good plan.
Every time you go into a drawer in your kitchen, assess what's not used and add it to the donation bag. Mm-hmm. Grab a pile of paper and recycle or shred it. Just take 15 minutes and clean it up, shred it, whatever. And walk around your home and gather on school and office supplies so you know what you have and keep them kind of together.
Yeah.
And then add in tech organizing.
Oh, Debly would like this
Yes, spend 15 minutes in your email folders organizing by category.
Oh, gosh.
Delete photos that you don't need. You know, we all take 15 pictures
yes,
of
on
our
the
dog
phone.
sleeping,
Yes.
and you don't need 15. Yeah, in those emails, take the attachments, rename them so they're not, you know,
so
photo 1 or whatever.
photo
Rename them and
XX932.
put them in your documents folder. And then finish up with routines. So take 15 minutes each evening to reset and get life back together.
Okay.
Same thing, 15 minutes to prep for tomorrow, meaning your clothes, your lunch, whatever you may want to do for the next day. And maybe write up a weekly meal plan on whatever day you choose, Sundays or whatever. Post it for your family, and then just keep that going.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She says every 3 weeks. So
Interesting. Okay,
Anyway.
that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
there's lots and more.
Well,
Lots
okay,
of stuff
lots of stuff there. You're going to have to go
Anyway.
there. We'll put up the slide.
19 ways to be more organized in 15 minutes. Ellen DeLapp, professional-organizer.com.
Yeah, you get to see Ellen in a few weeks, too, in
I
person,
know, I'm excited.
right?
Yeah, in the comments, let me know if you're going to be at the NAPO show, because
Yes.
I will be there with Scott, our
Yeah.
coworker, and we're going to have some cool stuff to give away.
Stuff. Maybe give them some
Maybe
deals.
a deal or one
Deal or two, yeah.
Yep. So
Are you going to do a live call-in like we did?
like we did last year, that was kind of fun.
That was kind of fun.
We'll see. We'll see.
Except the one person who was kind of trying to hog the camera, but we
Who
won't
would that
say
be?
who that
I
was.
don't even remember who
No,
that
it wasn't. It was one of the organizers. Hey, look at me! You know, I want to. That's okay.
Hey, that's okay.
We love you all. All right, it's about that time.
guess
This has been one of those extra length shows. So
it's Friday. We're
it's
excited.
Friday. We are excited for
and
the
I
weekend.
didn't even have any Mountain Dew today.
Oh, good. All right. Well, come back next week. We'll have another whole week of shows, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. It's myOrganized.life live. Get organized in color at myOrganized.life.
Live, we laugh, we love, and color. Live, we laugh, we love, and color. Live, we laugh, we love, and color.
myOrganized.life.